Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Hey, ba-dum-bum-bum. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to KocoSports, All Japan Pro Wrestling English Weekly Podcast. It's not, we said we were going to do this weekly. We did not. How you doing? I'm with Cobra. We just came back from Korakuen Hall, super sold out, All Japan. And as we always say, always start off the show, win, loss, or tie. What did you think of this situation here?
Absolutely a huge win. The entire show was awesome. Every match over delivered. The main event was fantastic. Well, the opening match and the main event were the two biggest hits of the entire show. So huge win for me. What'd you think?
I give it a win, and I go to a lot of pro wrestling, and everyone has different styles of pro wrestling. You know, some people are like, oh, I like the comedy. Some people, I like the entertainment. I like the promos. To me, this was the perfect show. I just think it was the perfect show. I think it's the best show that I've seen in a while, and I go to 3 or 4 shows a week. It's just the perfect show for me. It felt like Japanese wrestling. It didn't feel like Japanese wrestling trying to win over foreigners. It felt like Japanese pro wrestling. I think this is the best show. And I go to a lot of shows. I go to like 4 or 5 shows, all different companies. I'll probably make a video of all the different companies you can watch in Japan, or at least in the Yokohama, Tokyo area that I've been going to. So for me to go to 4 to 5 shows, always looking for that adrenaline of what I want, this was the perfect show. And to me, I always say this. It's, oh, that was cool, I was there live. Or it was an honor to be there live. And I think it crossed the threshold of, oh, this was an honor to be there live. You know, and I've been to Super Bowls. I've been to Stanley Cup Finals. I have been to World Series. I have never been to an NBA Finals. I've been to WrestleMania. I've been to tons of 1-4 events, even before it was called Wrestle Kingdom. And like I said, I go to a lot of events. And now granted, everyone has different styles, but to me, it was perfect. The first match was probably one of the best opening matches I've ever fucking seen. And then the finals, to me, that's what Japanese wrestling is. It's not 8,000 run-ins. It's not heels going, ha 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 ha. No, it is just 2 men. And they did this a lot throughout the show. 2 men beating the shit out of each other as the fans go absolutely insane screaming their names. You know, let's look at some of the greats. Hashimoto, Misawa, Muto, Liger. Some of the greatest wrestlers in the world. They just were awesome, and we screamed their name. And that environment, to me, is what makes what I absolutely love of Japanese wrestling. And to me, I just thought the whole card was pretty stacked and amazing. And not every match was like that, but enough matches were like that, and everyone else played the role perfectly. All right, so we're reading the results off purolove.com. No affiliation whatsoever. We were there live, but I've been punched in the head so many times that I have a short-term memory, and I just feel like, oh, you should have results in front of you, because especially if you're going to do a full review. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but it's written by Striga. I don't know if I'm being canceled for saying that name. It's a little too close there. But yeah, we're just reading off Pure Love. We were there live, but we're old and forget shit. Korakuen Hall was sold out. It wasn't one of those comp sellouts, but here's my thing. This was a Super No Vacancy, full house, sold out, tickets sold. I have access to tell you which shows are really sold out and which ones aren't. But that would ruin a lot of fucking companies. I have that information. I know who really sells out and who doesn't. This was a legit sellout. Now, I don't know if I should bring other companies down because I want other companies to succeed. But at the same time, when people are like, oh, we sold out, and 90% of some of those shows are comped, you're like, I don't want to fucking ruin your business, but especially when something shitty happens. You're like, that fucking sucks. They're like, yeah, but they sold out. Did they? Did they? All right, let's read off PureLove.com. Just thank you for the results. We were there live, but we're old, so we have to read it. All right, speaking of being old, can you let's break it down. What's the first match?
Well, before the first match, there was the funeral ceremony for the rookie that passed away recently. That's for Taishin Nagao.
Yeah, what?
So,
yeah, go ahead, sir.
So that was a really, really solemn moment to kind of go through, right? There's actually like people actually like weeping throughout the audience, throughout that entire thing. So I don't know if the people listening to this know what happened, but Taishin Nagao, he was a 21-year-old rookie. Basically, he's been wrestling for All Japan for less than 1 year. And there's some sort of an accident. I don't know exactly what happened. He was hit by the tour bus, and then he was in the hospital for 3 months or so, and then he passed away sometime last week. And then they just had a funeral procession for him. Basically, all the wrestlers came out in their All Japan gear, and Kento Miyahara and one other wrestler in the ring just holding his ashes and that. And then they did the Tang Gong thing. And
yeah, 10 bell salute.
Yeah. So that was a really solemn way to start the show, but yeah. They'll come up a little bit later in the show as well.
Yeah, and the thing is too, like, and there was, full-grown adults, full-grown men crying. It was really sad, but I did like the fact that the fans chanted his name. I thought that was a nice touch. I thought it was pretty amazing. And yeah, so it is sad, someone passing away that young and that talented. So so rest in peace. And I don't know. It's always difficult for me to talk about death, but hopefully people have fond memories of him. And I don't know. I always say the same thing because, your family and other families that I know are going through hard times. And I feel like I'm a robot because I always just say, oh, remember the good times and be strong for your family. And hopefully his family knows how much he was loved. And a lot of the wrestlers in the post-match talked about him. So that was really nice. And yeah, 21, man. That's crazy. Especially considering, like, it's not a war zone, it's not combat. Just what a crazy world we live in. So rest in peace.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so just going through the match results. So the opening match was for the All Asia Tag titles. It was Musashi and Yoshioka versus Aoyagi brothers. That's Yuma Aoyagi and Atsuki Aoyagi. The Aoyagi brothers were the champs going in, and it was a title change. So what did you think about this, Dave?
I thought this was the best opening match I've ever seen. I was rooting for the champs to keep their titles, and I just thought it was absolutely amazing. Because it was just perfect. They were flying everywhere. They were stiff. They just had a great match. There was a tiny bit of comedy, but not enough to distract you. Just to like, haha, that was cute. I tweeted out with a lot of photos that it was the best opening match I think I've ever seen. And the All Asia tag team title match or titles have been around forever. And we saw the new champs 101 when we went to Oda Kamata, and just all four of these athletes are absolutely fantastic. Is there anything you want to add?
The match was just balls to the wall action. Like, they just went full out the entire time. Like you're saying, that's probably the greatest opening match I've seen live, for sure. Yeah, that was like absolutely spectacular. And I mean, we're thinking like, isn't that the main event? Like, this is what the main event should be, right? No, that was the opening match for the show. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it was beyond fantastic. Second match, sir?
Okay, so this whole show, the main things were the Oudou Tournament. That's All Japan's like tournament that they do every year. So we had two semifinal matches and the finals tonight. The first semifinal was Kento Miyahara beating Daisuke Sekimoto in 5 minutes and 7 seconds, and he beat him with a clutch. So what did you think about this?
First off, I just want to give a shout out to All Japan. I hope more people do this, especially after I saw the G1 semifinals. Having the semifinals and finals on the same day. I also went to a female show where they had all the tag team tournament in one day. There's just something special about it. I just feel like when you get just the finals or just the semifinals, it feels kind of like, oh, you're dragging it out. Okay, how many people have saw a tournament and the final day just like skip the pre-show just to watch the match? But this, they were just like, no, we'll have the semifinals and finals on the same night. I think it's just pure genius. It makes you feel like, as a fan, you're getting your money's worth. It makes it so exciting. There is no, oh, we'll see what happens tomorrow. It's like it happens all there. I'm rocking the new Kento shirt, and I got it autographed. Woohoo!
Yeah.
But obviously, I was screaming my head off for Kento. But Sekimoto is probably one of my favorite wrestlers ever. I've seen him on the Indies, Big Japan. I think he's been 0-1, but sometimes I get my brain scrambled.
Yeah, no, he has. Yeah.
Yeah, he's absolutely fantastic. But I love Kento. I remember just pumping my fist in the air at Korakuen Hall going, I love you both! I did feel bad because we did get to meet both these guys. Kento, obviously wins this match. He goes on to the finals. We meet Kento, who's dead ass tired. He's like, great, Gaijins, thanks for fucking coming. KocoSports, whatever. Fucking next. And then I feel bad because we meet Sekimoto outside, and I'm wearing his opponent that he lost to. This shirt is ridiculous. I'm just showing it to the people. It is the most ridiculous shirt ever. And I go to him, and obviously I've been a huge fan of him for a long time, but the opponent he lost to, I'm wearing the most ridiculous bright yellow, big-ass, insanely smug shirt ever of Kento with a signature. And I'm like, hey, Sekimoto, can we take a photo? It was probably the most awkward photo, and I've taken photos with him a bunch. It was probably the most awkward photo. I should have changed my shirt, or at least hid it or something. He's like, listen, look at this motherfucker. Like, yeah, man, it's such an honor to meet you. Oh, your opponent that you lost to? I got a signature. This was a short match, stiff match. I hope that Sekimoto gets to stay in All Japan. I think he's a free agent right now, and he was injured earlier this year, so it's great to see him back. And oh man! And here's the thing: I didn't really watch the whole tournament. I watch wrestling. I watch 98% of my pro wrestling live. And granted, that is a luxury, but at the same time, when it comes to the tournaments, you're like, what's going on? So I might go back and see his tournament matches. But it was a short match. It was a stiff match. It was an entertaining match. And Kento is a god. Your thoughts?
Yeah. Well, we were cheering opposite people. I was cheering for Sekimoto, and you're cheering for Kento.
Dude, let me tell you something. It was so hard. I just
wanted Sekimoto to be in the finals because I really wanted to see him versus Honda in the finals. Yeah. But, Kento winning, that's a big win. Kento, any match you can see Kento. If you see Kento 2 times in one day, that's a big win. Yeah. So, yeah, I was pretty happy with it.
And the thing is, I loved them both. There was very few matches where we voted for the same guy. We're like, yeah. All right. Next Final Four match. So back-to-back tournament matches. Elimination, Final Four.
The second semifinal was Ryuki Honda. He beat Ren Ayabe in 9 minutes and 8 seconds. And, yeah, this was another fantastic match. What'd you think about this, Dave?
I think Ren is going to be a star, but it was Honda's night. Korakuen was so hot for him. It was a fun, exciting match. I can't say anything negative about it. Here's the thing. When pro wrestling is done right, you love both the wrestlers and feel bad for the loser and so happy for the winner. And tonight was the perfect example of that. At least that's how I envision pro wrestling. Everyone envisions differently. Honda was probably the most over guy of the night, and that's saying something because it was a pretty stacked card. I do think, though, like, one day the sun will shine on Ren. I think he's just insanely talented. I'm an old school All Japan fan that took a long break and came back. I describe him to non-people that watch All Japan as he's just stretched out Okada. If you literally went to Fire Pro and said make Okada 7 feet tall, ding, and you printed out Ren. I think he's gonna have a
refuge. Okada drop kick too, right?
Oh my god,
that drop kick he does is phenomenal,
dude.
Man, for such a big guy, he's athletic.
Yeah. It's amazing. Because here's the thing: usually you get like some Sean Bradley looking bastards. You get some tall guys. They're like, oh, I'll do the fucking choke slam. Oh, I'll do the thing where look, I'm taller than you. Bullshit. Not him. Not him. He's like, whatever, dude. I'm tall. What's his name from DDT reminds me of that. Baka Gaijin, who's the guy from DDT. Him and shit, I can't think. He was the DDT champ. This is why we have notes.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. From DDT or BJW?
Yeah, DDT. He's a tall ass guy. DDT. Was the champ. Hold on, I got his fucking shirt and I met him. Fuck it, I'm the worst. Dude, kids, don't get punched in the face for a living. There you go. Yeah. But but he's just fucking like. For no one that's ever watched All Japan, and granted, I'm a returning fan, so don't take me as an expert. Cobra knows a lot more about the product going on right now, but it's Okada just stretched out, and his drop kick's amazing, his speed's amazing, because usually you don't see that. All right, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, Honda was over, at least in our section. I mean, people are going crazy. I mean, I was going crazy. The guys behind us were going like nuts for Honda the entire time, right? This seemed like this was Honda's night to shine, and it seemed like he was destined to win this tournament. That's what I thought after this match, right? Just hell of a performance, really hard-hitting match. I mean, yeah, just
he was
awesome
definitely
match.
the crowd favorite at Korakuen, and like I said, I don't know as much as I should know, but it's surprising not to see Kento as the favorite going in. Like that was a surprise.
Yeah. Well, Kento, he's been champ before. He's won tournaments in the past. So I think people really want to see like some of these new younger guys coming up and challenging for the Triple Crown. So, I mean, that's why I was cheering for Honda. Because, I mean, I've seen Kento win like tons of times.
Yeah.
Champion Carnival, the Oudou Tournament in the past and that. So I really wanted someone new.
Yeah.
So just moving on. The fourth match was a multi-man tag match. So this is Davey Boy Smith Jr., Naruki Doi, Tokyo, Japan. That's Ikemen and Tachibana. And they beat the team of Hokuto Omori, Kuma Arashi, Ryo Inoue, and Shota Kofuji. So what'd you think about this?
Dude, was Inoue? Is that how you pronounce it?
Inoue?
Inoue. No, not Inoue. The guy who does the entrance.
Oh, well, you're talking about Ikemen.
Yeah, Ikemen. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Dude.
Ikemen just means like good-looking guy.
Yeah. Let me just tell you something. I've seen him a million times, and it never gets old. Live. He is so good. He is the perfect guy to follow a very serious match. He's the perfect guy to come back to intermission for. And it's just insane. It's just pure happiness. Plus, it's always nice to see Davey Boy Smith Jr. I got to work with him in FCW. Even though props to Davey Boy Smith Jr. I went up to him one time and I was like, "Hey, do you remember me?" He's like, "No." Most wrestlers would have lied. Like, "Oh yeah, good old fucking fat nerd guy. I remember you." Davey Boy Smith Jr. is like, "Nah, I don't fucking remember you at all." So all right, thanks. But it's great to see him back. Overall, very entertaining, very fun match, and it kind of lightened up the mood in a good way.
Yeah. And Davey Boy Smith Jr., I mean, he's a good fit for All Japan. I mean, he just fits in perfectly. So, it was a good match, good hard-hitting match. I mean, it went for 9 minutes, 58 seconds. So, basically, most of the matches went under 10 minutes leading up until the main event.
Can I just say something? Overall, this is a channel motto. Yeah. Less is more. Less is more. We don't need to see the same fucking opening 5-10 minutes. And I don't want to throw any other companies under the bus, but Cobra can tell you, if you sit next to me and you're one of those companies, I will call your spot for spot before it happens. Cobra, have I not done that to a wrestler? I'll be like, he's going to roll out of the ring. He's going to kick the barricade. Then he's going to yell at the crowd. Then he's going to throw the wrestler into the barricade. Like, spot for fucking spot. less is more. You don't have to fucking
Yeah.
drag it out. Now, if you want to drag it out and have a great match, sure. But, you know, I don't want to be at there's one of those fucking be like, oh, wink, wink, the match really starts at 20 minutes. Well, fucking cut that shit. Less is more. Less is more.
And I mean, looking at these match results, I mean, these matches did not seem like they're less than 10 minutes for the most part, right?
No, they were exciting. They were pumped up. Yeah.
They were exciting and fast paced. I mean, I'm looking at these match times going like, oh my God, like, I mean, most of these matches are less than 10 minutes and they were awesome matches. So, like you're saying, less is more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so just moving on. Fifth match was Baka no Jidai versus HAVOC. So that was Hideki Suzuki, Hikaru Sato, and Kengo Mashimo, who's my boy. They beat the team of Shotaro Ashino, Xyon, and Odyssey Jones. This went 11 minutes and 1 second. So what do you think about this, Dave?
Dude, this might be one of the stiffest matches I've ever seen. Ion and Suzuki, I was fucking amazing. It was just stiff headbutts, stiff elbows, stiff. Like there was two members of teams. Oh yeah, I thought for sure it was probably one of the best headbutts I've ever seen live. Hopefully it was safe, but you know sometimes you lose yourself in the moment. You're just like, dude, it was. And two of the members didn't actually get in the ring, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's right.
It was just two guys beating the shit out of each other, and I'm like, all right, I'm sorry, fucking take my money. If they do 1-on-1 and they go like, it was so stiff and so fucking great, and it was weird because like it was a 6-man tag, but like halfway through it, it's like, yo boys, we gotta like I feel like, granted, I could be wrong. I'm just guessing here, trying to observe. I feel like it was supposed to be a 6-on-6 match until the headbutt. I was like, whoa, guys, stay back,
and then
stay back.
Changed there. Something changed, and it's like now they're doing a 1-on-1 match, and it's like I don't know if Suzuki was trying to get like a little bit of revenge against Zion for throwing that wicked headbutt. I don't know what happened, but yeah, it was insane.
It was just pure entertainment. Two of the guys said, "Nope, let's beat the fuck out of each other," and I'm up for that.
And they beat the fuck out of each other.
Yeah. This was amazing. All right, next.
Next match is match number 6. Jun Saito, Yuma Anzai, and Rising Hayato beat the team of Suwama, Dan Tamura, and Naoya Nomura. Nomura is from Big Japan Pro Wrestling. And this match went 11 minutes, 57 seconds. So, yeah, what'd you think of this?
Yeah, and Saito wins with a jackhammer. I thought this was a solid match. I feel like if any of the matches were the weakest, it might have been this one. But with that said, it was still a great match. You got all different styles. You know, as me being a Rising Hayato fan, I was like, what the fuck? You ain't gonna play his music? What the hell? Like, I love Hayato more than a fucking straight man should. I tell you that. But overall, it's just amazing. It had star power. It was interesting. And it had a little bit of everything. And, of course, Saito looks strong as always. And, so we got more news on him. But yeah, I thought it was maybe the Davey Boy Smith match because of just comedy, but I just feel like even these middle matches were really good for different reasons. I thought this was more star power with a lot of different styles. Then you had Stiff Fest 2002, and then Davey Boy Smith, who had a pretty solid team match there. So yeah, overall, I can't say enough good things about it. Except, you know, if I was booking All Japan, Rising Hayato would have every fucking title. I'm just telling you, he just walk out with all the titles. Like, cause his entrance. Like, granted, Saito is the champ, so they're gonna play his music in that. But Hayato, man, was it in Yokohama where he came out and sang his own entrance? I think it was Yokohama he did that.
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah. That was But yeah, stars, and they do a very good job of protecting their stars, and they do a very good job of not falling for what the rest of Japan is falling for: mo money, mo spoilers. And I just thought, oh man, this is good shit. But yeah, what did you think?
The outsiders look good, right? Daisuke Sekimoto looked like the man. Like, he looked awesome, right? Kengo Mashimo looked really good. So, I mean, they're really good at keeping the outsiders looking strong, and they're good at keeping their champs look strong too. Like Jun Saito, he just looked like a beast out there, right?
Yeah. It was pretty awesome, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right, main event time.
Main event was a phenomenal match. This was 16 minutes, and they went balls to the wall, and this was hard hitting, fast paced, and the crowd was electric for it. So Kento Miyahara beat Ryuki Honda in 16 minutes 11 seconds with the shutdown suplex hold. So yeah, what'd you think about this, buddy?
I think this is what Japanese pro wrestling is. If I die and say, hey, what is Japanese pro wrestling? I'm going to show them this. This is why I love Japanese pro wrestling. There's no fucking run-ins. There's no, I'm the heel. It's just two badass motherfuckers beating the shit out of each other, fucking having great fucking, telling a great story in the fucking ring, not fucking any outside interference, no bullshit, and then the audience isn't booing. I mean, because I'm old school. I still fucking cringe every time someone boos a Korakuen. Because I remember in the fucking 90s, if you booed in Korakuen, someone would come up to you and be like, oh, we don't do that here.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have motherfuckers booing all the fucking time. No.
Yep.
Kento Honda was fucking insane. And I feel, even though I was screaming my ass off for Kento, I feel like Honda, the whole, I felt like way more fans were chanting for Honda than Kento.
Oh, yeah.
And,
yeah.
But it was just, there was no booing. There was no bullshit. I just want to scream your fucking name as loud as I can because you are fucking showing fighting spirit. You're showing strong style. You are
and
fucking.
Did they show the fighting spirit? Oh my gosh, eh? Holy shit. 16 minutes and like, yeah, what was the time? 16 minutes, 11 seconds and like, just insane match. Like, for me, that's a match of the year contender.
And I barely, granted, anything you do, and you do a lot, it's harder to mark out. You know, an example I gave is I went to David Copperfield's show in Honolulu, Hawaii. I went there and it was Saturday. And I was like, that was one of the greatest magic shows I've ever fucking seen. And they said, do you want to go back Sunday? And I'm like, fuck yeah. And I was like, oh, this is fucking stupid. Like, the more you see something, the more like judgmental you get or higher standards. You know what I mean? Like, if you eat nothing but pizza, you're a pizza expert.
Yeah.
I barely fucking mark out for shit. I did not think Kento was going to win. Now, granted, was I cheering my ass off? Yes. When he won, I actually threw everything on my fucking lap on the ground and lost my shit. I felt like I was 6 or 8 years old. That is the magic of very good pro wrestling. It wasn't boo now. It wasn't, oh, look. It was none of that fucking bullshit. It was two fucking warriors telling a story with their fucking bodies, kicking the fucking living shit out of each other, and us just screaming their fucking names like they are fucking gods among men. That's what fucking pro wrestling was, and that's what it fucking delivered.
Yeah. And what a match. I mean, to me, it just seemed like this was Honda's night. I mean, that semifinal match, everyone's going nuts for Honda. I'm thinking that Honda's winning this. There's no way. There's no way that Kento's going to win. And then Kento won, and, you know, for me, that was like a pretty huge shock. Just a phenomenal match. And actually, it leads up to something kind of a little bit interesting because he's going to be fighting Jun Saito coming up in Tachikawa in a couple of weeks. And is that a couple of weeks or is that next week?
It's next Tuesday.
It's coming up pretty quick. Next Tuesday.
Yeah.
And, you know, the interesting thing is Kento hasn't been champion for about 3 years or so, if you can believe that.
He sells a lot of merch.
He sells all the merchandise, right? I mean,
like, we've gone to 2 or 3 shows where, like, oh, sorry. Like, because that's the thing, to get this shirt that I'm wearing now, I literally left my friends, and I'm usually not that person. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fucking be with my friends. Hey, I want to stay close. I left my friends. I'm like, no, I know this bitch is gonna sell out. I'm like, give me that fucking crazy ass shirt. I'm getting it. So yeah, he is definitely insanely over. Poor bastard had to fucking sign everything and take photos.
And then the funny thing that was when we're standing in line, and then we're at the bottom of the stairs, and then Kento just kept on looking up the stairs, like, when's this gonna end? And then he signed another autograph, and he looked up, he's like, oh god, there's more. He just kept on signing, right? Kept on looking up, and like, oh shit, there's still more.
Because when we got to him, he was dead tired for having 2 matches and being friendly to everyone, and he's a nice guy. It's just having 2 matches and then be like, yeah, I'll sign. Dude, he had like an hour to 90 minutes after us.
Oh, I would say.
Yeah. He was like, I was like, yeah. So yeah. But yeah, it was amazing. And we'll probably do a podcast after that show too. We thought about going live, but we'll just watch it together on All Japan TV.
Yeah.
So there you go. But yeah, Jun Saito will be going against Kento Miyahara, and that's going to be fucking amazing. So overall,
what are your predictions for that?
I don't know. Oh, before my predictions, I just want to say one thing, and it's small things. I feel like All Japan is the only one that keeps Japanese traditions alive. Kento, the company man, sees Honda's over, shakes his hand, and holds it up. And then while he's leaving, if you're supposed to clap for the opponent. A lot of companies used to do that until they fucked Kenny Omega. But the tradition is you're supposed to clap and be like, yeah, and respect the fucking, the loser of the match if he had a great match. And I was just like, fuck, they're just doing it right. They're just fucking doing it right. So, yeah. I don't know. Because I feel like Kento is a company man. Because, like, if Kento was greedy, he would just, I sell the most merch, I sell the most tickets, I'm the most over. I think, like, if Kento was greedier, he could be having one of the most epic runs of all time. But he's not a greedy man, and he puts people over, and he helps them. And since Kento isn't that greedy, I think Saito, it's too soon for him to lose the Triple Crown. I think, like, obviously I want Kento to win. I don't want to fucking even lie. But I just think Kento is a guy that... Because you know this more than me, and I'm going to pitch an idea more of as a question. Do you agree? I feel Kento has helped build this company by not being greedy. Like, if he was greedy, like, he has every right to say, I'm the fucking champ. Sell more merch than me. I'm the fucking champ. Sell more tickets than me. I'm the champ. Get more over than me. He could be a real fucking piece of shit if he wanted to be. And that's not the case. He has built a lot of people and helped them climb up. I mean, the Saito brothers, for Christ's sake. Honda is going to be, so many people he's helped. So, even though my fanboy me is like, Kento, champion, I think it's too soon for Saito. And I think Kento can't sell more shirts. He can't sell more tickets, you know what I mean? Like, but my thing is, and I'm trying to slow down on buying merch. I usually buy one piece of merch every show, but the last 2-3 months, I'm like, dude, there's so many shirts, I don't even fucking know what I have. You know what I mean? But I was like, I was like, nah, I gotta get that shirt. I had to get it. Like, I just fucking left my group of friends. Like, see you later, sayonara, motherfuckers. I'm getting that shirt. Because like, even when we went to, what was it? The Ota show in Kamata. Yeah. We were worried he was going to be cut. Because, like, dude, there's no merch. And they're like, yeah, he's sold out. But we went there early. So this motherfucker's selling merch before the fucking first bell. That's insanely awesome.
I don't know. That day, it makes me feel like they had a problem, like, getting the merchandise to the show or something. Because, this Korakuen Hall show was well stocked with merchandise, right?
Yeah.
They had all the merchandise for all the top wrestlers. The Ota show, they didn't really have much. Like, that could have been, like, maybe they did sell out of a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't know. There's something else going on there.
They could have reprinted it or whatever. But they sold out of the tournament. Maybe they just didn't want to reprint it because it was the finals. Yeah, or maybe they just learned a lesson. Like, hey man, we got to make more merch because because we went for a Kento shirt, they're like sold out. We went for a tournament shirt, sold out. I was like, all right, yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And next Tuesday is a Japanese holiday, and we get a title match, Saito versus Kento, which is gonna be great. We thought about going, but it was a last second decision to be like, nah. We'll just watch on All Japan TV. So but yeah, do you have any final thoughts before we let you go?
No, I just overall if you guys get a chance to check out the match, highly recommend it. Highly recommend the entire show, but at least watch the main event. The main event was phenomenal. Match of the year as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, and I'm working really hard on Kokohama. It's a website, KocoHama.com, Kokohama.com. It's in Japanese and English. Cobra's going to help out with that. And this year, I am slowly but surely cutting a lot of stuff. Off the record, I told Cobra a lot of stuff that I'm cutting. But next year, after the Japanese school year, Japanese business year, I'm just going to be novelist, nerd, Kokohama, YouTube. I'm just going to make content. And so if you can check out Kokohama.com, it's a little preseason, got some Japanese hockey, some pro wrestling. Cobra's going to talk about this event. We're going to embed it, the podcast there. So make sure to check it out. All right, Cobra, I love you, brother. Salute.
Yeah, love you too, buddy.
All right, and with that, Kokohama.com, and I am over. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Hey, by the way, in the comments, how bad was the echo on my side? Hopefully not too bad. Did I sound like a god? I am a god! Just kidding. All right. Like, comment, subscribe. With that, I am over. Ba-na-na-na-na-na.